Welcome, Top News Today. Please subscribe and support this channel. Ivanka Trump appears to be at a turning point following a tumultuous first year as a senior White House advisor to her father, President Donald Trump. According to a news story in Vanity Fair, her loyalties are surely being tested over a number of controversies besetting her father's presidency, her husband Jared Kushner and herself, prompting writer Emily Jane Fox to ask, if Ivanka Trump had to choose between her father and her husband, what would she do? In the short term, meaning the recent holidays at least, it looks like Ivanka Trump chose her husband, who also is a senior White House advisor. Or rather, Donald Trump's reported favorite child chose her husband's family. Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner were noticeably absent from the Trump family's highly publicized spring break and Easter weekend festivities at Mar-a-Lago. Ivanka Trump also didn't bring her husband and kids to frolic with her siblings and their children at the annual White House Easter egg roll Monday. It turns out there was a perfectly reasonable explanation for Ivanka and Jared's absence from these Trump family events, according to Town & Country magazine. Ivanka and Jared were spending this week with Kushner's family in Saratoga, Wyoming, a small town west of Cheyenne that is known as a popular destination for hot springs, high-end shoppers and outdoors enthusiasts. Because Kushner grew up in an Orthodox Jewish household, and Ivanka Trump converted to Judaism before their 2009 wedding, it's not likely the couple would be that interested in celebrating Easter. They might instead prefer to be with relatives celebrating Passover. Town & Country, citing a report from Cheyenne news station KGWN, said that a plane carrying 24 members of Jared Kushner's family landed at Cheyenne Regional Airport last Thursday. The group then headed to Saratoga. Cheyenne Mayor Marion Orr said the group would be vacationing in Saratoga for about a week, a time frame that coincides with Passover, Town & Country said. But Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner's absence from Trump family events also comes at a particularly sensitive time, when her family seemed especially eager to put on a show of unity on behalf of their patriarch. The Robert Mueller special counsel investigation and a host of other controversies continue to swirl around his presidency. The Trump family also has been rocked by Donald Trump Jr.'s divorce drama and by infidelity scandals involving both Trump Sr. and Trump Jr. All of Ivanka Trump's siblings were in the group that headed down to Trump's private Palm Beach, Florida, resort, including Eric Trump and half-siblings Tiffany Trump and Barron Trump. Meanwhile, First Lady Melania Trump appeared to put aside her reported anger and humiliation over the Stormy Daniels imbroglio to be photographed letting her husband take her hand or kiss her on the cheek. Even Vanessa Trump was on board for the show of unity, several weeks after filing for divorce from Donald Trump Jr. Vanessa Trump spent the weekend with Trump Jr. at Mar-a-Lago, their 5 children and her in-laws, then joined the Trumps in Washington, D.C., for the Easter egg roll. Of course, it wouldn't be surprising to hear that Ivanka Trump welcomed the break from her father at this particular time. The New York Times reported last month that the president increasingly sees Kushner as a liability for his legal issues related to the Mueller investigation and for his security clearance controversy, and even asked his chief of staff John Kelly to encourage his daughter and son-in-law to return to New York. A new book, The Trump White House, Changing the Rules of the Game, also said Trump once privately mocked his son-in-law, saying he looked like a little boy during a TV appearance. As Fox writes, 2018 could prove to be more torture than 2017 for Donald Trump's adoring daughter, as well as for her husband. When Ivanka Trump and her husband return to Washington, D.C., they'll be going back to White House jobs that haven't turned out to be the once-in-a-lifetime career opportunities they had reportedly hoped. As Fox writes, the couple work for an administration that can boast of one major legislative achievement but has otherwise faced intensifying pressure from various issues, including Mueller's Russia investigation. Fox adds that a roller coaster of controversies, the Muslim ban, Charlottesville, Trump's endless Twitter attacks on perceived enemies, have isolated Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner from their liberal, high-society friends in New York City. Moreover, allegations of sexual misconduct against the president and of his reported payoff to at least one porn star have hurt Ivanka Trump's standing as a champion for women's issues. But the first daughter is also facing legal challenges of her own, according to journalist Anna Seligson, writing in the Columbia Journalism Review. There has been increasing pressure on the media and other White House watchdogs to stop giving Ivanka Trump a free pass in any examinations of potential conflicts of interest, her reported role in the firing of former FBI Director James Comey, or her business deals with questionable foreign partners while she headed projects for her father's Trump Organization. CNN also reported last month that the FBI was investigating the financing and negotiations surrounding her involvement with the Trump International Hotel and Tower in Vancouver. So, it's a challenging time in Trump world. It's a challenging time for Ivanka Trump. At least Ivanka Trump has this week off in the mountains of Wyoming, far from the White House. But as the Mueller investigation intensifies its examination of possible obstruction of justice or collusion with Russian agents, Fox writes that a zero-sum environment could develop in the White House, pitting colleagues and family members against one another. Fox cites a longtime friend of the president who says there is no way he would sacrifice himself for the sake of defending his son-in-law. Does that mean Trump also wouldn't sacrifice himself for the sake of his beloved daughter? As Fox writes, this all means Ivanka Trump may soon face a difficult choice over where her loyalties lie, with her father or with her husband? Or perhaps with herself? Please subscribe channel. Thank you for watching.